There is something powerful about beginning your day in quiet devotion, before the world rushes in with its demands and distractions, before the noise of life begins to shape your thoughts and influence your direction. Each morning presents a new opportunity. A fresh start, a chance to align your heart and mind with truth, to renew your spirit, and to set the course of your day on a foundation that cannot be easily shaken. Daily devotion is not just a habit, it is a commitment, a discipline that draws you closer to God and allows His truth to shape your thinking, guide your decisions, and strengthen your inner being. When you take time each day to reflect, to pray, to listen, and to seek guidance, something begins to change within you. Your perspective becomes clearer, your mind becomes steadier, and your heart becomes more at peace. In a world filled with confusion and uncertainty, it is easy for the mind to be pulled in many directions. But through daily devotion, you anchor yourself in something eternal, something unchanging, something that brings clarity and purpose to your life. This is where transformation begins, not in the noise, not in the rush, but in the quiet moments of seeking, in the stillness of reflection, in the discipline of turning your heart toward what truly matters. As you commit to these daily practices, you will begin to notice a shift, not only in your thoughts, but in your entire outlook on life. Because when your mind is shaped by truth, your life begins to reflect that truth in powerful ways. And through this steady, faithful practice, you will discover a strength, a peace, and a sense of direction that carries you through every season of life, guiding you step by step toward a deeper and more meaningful way of living. When you wake up in the morning, you are given something powerful, a fresh start, a clean slate, a new opportunity to decide who you are going to be and how you are going to move through your day. Most people wake up and immediately reach for distractions. They reach for their phones. They let the noise of the world come rushing in before they even take a moment to ground themselves, before they even take a moment to understand what their day is meant to be about. But when you choose to start your day with purpose and spiritual focus, you are making a different decision. You are choosing intention over reaction. You are choosing direction over distraction. You are choosing to lead your day instead of letting your day lead you. Purpose is not something you stumble into. It is something you decide on, something you commit to, something you align yourself with every single day. When you begin your morning with purpose, you are reminding yourself of what matters. You are reminding yourself of your goals, your values, your responsibilities, and the person you are striving to become. And when you combine that with spiritual focus, something powerful happens. You begin to align your actions with something greater than yourself. You begin to understand that your day is not just about tasks and responsibilities. It is about meaning. It is about connection. It is about walking in alignment with truth and integrity. Spiritual focus grounds you, it centers you, it brings clarity to your mind and peace to your heart. When you take time in the morning to pray, to reflect, to be still, you are creating space for guidance. You are allowing yourself to hear what matters, to feel what matters, to understand what direction you should take. Because when you start your day without that grounding, you are more likely to be pulled in different directions, to react to everything around you instead of responding with intention. But when you begin with purpose and spiritual focus, you are anchored. You are no longer easily shaken by circumstances, no longer easily distracted by noise, no longer easily influenced by things that do not serve your growth. Instead, you move with clarity, you move with confidence, you move with a sense of direction that comes from within, and that changes everything about how your day unfolds. Challenges will still come, obstacles will still appear, but you will approach them differently. You will approach them with a mindset that says, I am prepared, I am grounded, I am focused, and I will move through this with strength and clarity. That is the power of starting your day with intention. You are not just reacting to life, you are shaping it. You are not just going through the motions, you are moving with purpose. And over time, this daily practice transforms your mindset. It strengthens your discipline. It sharpens your focus. It deepens your awareness of what truly matters. You begin to notice that your thoughts are more aligned. Your decisions are more intentional. Your reactions are more controlled. because you are no longer starting your day from a place of chaos. You are starting it from a place of clarity. And that clarity carries through everything you do. You begin to operate with a sense of calm confidence, knowing that you are guided, knowing that you are centered, knowing that you are not walking through life without direction. Starting your day with purpose and spiritual focus also builds consistency within you. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you to show up for yourself. It teaches you to commit to something greater than temporary comfort. And that discipline is what separates those who drift from those who grow. Because growth requires intention. Growth requires focus. Growth requires the ability to stay aligned even when distractions are present. And when you make this a daily practice, you begin to build a foundation that supports everything else in your life. Your work becomes more meaningful. Your relationships become more intentional. Your mindset becomes stronger. You begin to see life differently, not as something that happens to you, but as something you actively engage with. And that shift in perspective is powerful. It puts you in control of your direction. It strengthens your faith. It deepens your understanding of your purpose. You start your day with purpose, and that purpose guides your actions. You start your day with spiritual focus, and that focus strengthens your inner being. And together, they create a life that is intentional, grounded, and aligned with something greater than yourself. So when you wake up tomorrow, before the world pulls you in different directions, take a moment to pause. Take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to connect with your purpose and your spiritual center. Because how you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. And when you start with purpose and spiritual focus, you are not just starting your day. You are setting the foundation for a life that is built on strength, clarity, and meaning. Consistency is where real change begins, not in one powerful moment, not in a single breakthrough, but in the discipline of showing up every day, especially when you don't feel like it. When you commit to devotion with consistency, you are training your mind, shaping your thoughts, and building a foundation that cannot easily be shaken. Because let's be honest, life will test you, distractions will. Come, doubts will rise, and challenges will try to pull you in different directions. But consistency keeps you grounded. It keeps you anchored in something greater than your emotions, something stronger than your circumstances, something deeper than the noise of the world. When you devote yourself daily to reflection, prayer, and spiritual connection, you begin to strengthen your mindset in ways that are not immediately visible but deeply powerful. Each day you show up, you are reinforcing discipline. Each day you choose to stay committed. You are building resilience. Each day you take time to center yourself. You are developing clarity. And over time, those small, consistent actions create a mindset that is strong, focused, and unshakable. Because strength is not built in comfort, it is built in consistency. It is built in the moments when you choose to stay committed. Even when you feel tired, even when you feel distracted, even when your mind tells you to skip just one day, but you don't skip, you stay consistent. And that consistency becomes a part of who you are. You start to realize that your mindset is no longer easily shaken by external circumstances. You become more patient, more focused, more aware of your thoughts and your reactions. You begin to respond instead of react. You begin to think before you act. You begin to move with intention. That is the power of a strong mindset, and consistency in devotion is what builds it. Because devotion is not just about a single moment, it is about a daily commitment to growth, a daily commitment to staying connected, a daily commitment to aligning your thoughts with truth. When you stay consistent in that practice, your mind begins to change. Negative thoughts lose their power, distractions lose their influence, and confusion begins to fade. You become more centered, more grounded, more confident in your direction. And that confidence is not based on external validation. It is built from within, built through discipline, built through consistency, built through the quiet moments when no one is watching, but you still choose to show up. That is where transformation happens. Not in the spotlight, but in the quiet, consistent moments of devotion. And over time, those moments add up. They create a pattern, a rhythm, a way of living that strengthens your mindset in a lasting way. You begin to see life differently, Challenges no longer intimidate you the way they once did. Difficult situations no longer shake your foundation because your mindset has been strengthened through consistency. You have trained yourself to stay calm, to stay focused, to stay grounded no matter what comes your way. And that kind of strength cannot be taken from you. It is built, it is earned, it is developed through daily commitment. Consistency also builds trust within yourself. Because every time you show up, every time you stay committed, you are proving to yourself that you can be relied on. You are building self-discipline, and self-discipline is one of the strongest foundations for a powerful life. When you know you can trust yourself, when you know you will follow through on your commitments, your confidence grows, and that confidence fuels your mindset. It gives you the strength to face challenges, the courage to take on new opportunities, the determination to keep going even when things get difficult. So consistency is not just a habit. It is a way of building your inner strength. It is how you shape your mindset into something resilient, something focused, something capable of handling whatever life throws at you. And the beauty of it is, it does not require perfection. It only requires commitment. You don't have to get everything right, you just have to keep showing up. Because each day you show up, you are becoming stronger. Each day you stay consistent, you are reinforcing your mindset, and over time, that consistency transforms you. It builds a version of you that is disciplined, focused, grounded, and prepared for whatever lies ahead. So stay consistent, stay committed, stay devoted, because the strength you are building today through consistency will become the foundation that carries you through every challenge and every opportunity in your life. Every single day, your mind is being shaped, whether you realize it or not, through the thoughts you allow to stay, the words you repeat, and the beliefs you hold on to. And if you are not intentional about renewing your thoughts, the world will do it for you. With its noise, its distractions, its pressure, and its constant demand for your attention. That is why daily spiritual practice is not just important, it is necessary, because it gives you the power to take control of your thoughts instead of letting your thoughts control you. When you begin to renew your thoughts each day through spiritual practice, you are making a decision to reset, to refocus, to realign yourself with truth. You are choosing to let go of negativity, to release doubt, to move past fear, and to replace those thoughts with something stronger, something more grounded, something more meaningful. This is not a one-time process. It is something you must commit to daily, because your mind is constantly being influenced, and if you do not guide it, it will drift, but through spiritual practice, you anchor your thoughts in something deeper. You create space in your day to reflect, to pray, to meditate, to listen, to connect. And in that space, something powerful begins to happen. Your mind begins to quiet, your thoughts begin to settle, and clarity begins to settle. And clarity begins to rise. You start to see things differently. Situations that once overwhelmed you begin to feel manageable. Challenges that once discouraged you begin to feel like opportunities for growth, because your perspective has changed. And that change begins with renewing your thoughts. Every day is a chance to reset your mindset, to let go of yesterday's worries, to release yesterday's doubts, to step into today with a renewed sense of purpose and strength. And when you commit to that process, and something begins to shift within you, you become more aware of your thoughts. You start to notice when negativity tries to creep in, and instead of allowing it to take root, you challenge it, you replace it, you renew it. That is strength. That is discipline. That is growth. Renewing your thoughts is not about ignoring reality. It is about choosing how you respond to it. It is about deciding that your mind will not be a place of chaos, but a place of clarity. And that clarity is built through consistent spiritual practice. When you take time each day to connect with something greater than yourself, you are allowing your mind to be shaped by something deeper than temporary emotions. You are aligning your thoughts with truth, with purpose, with direction, and that alignment changes everything. Because your thoughts influence your actions. Your actions influence your habits. Your actions influence your life. So when you renew your thoughts, you are setting the foundation for everything that follows. You are choosing to live intentionally. You are choosing to think intentionally. You are choosing to grow intentionally. And that kind of intentionality builds a powerful mindset. A mindset that is not easily shaken by external circumstances, a mindset that remains steady, even when things around you are uncertain, because you have trained yourself to renew your thoughts daily. You have created a habit of returning to what is true, what is grounded, what is aligned with your purpose A. and D. That habit becomes your strength. It becomes your anchor in moments of doubt. It becomes your guide in moments of confusion. It becomes the foundation that keeps you moving forward. There will be days when your thoughts feel heavy, when your mind feels cluttered, when negativity tries to take over. But in those moments, your spiritual practice becomes your reset. It reminds you who you are. It reminds you what you stand for. It reminds you that you are not defined by your thoughts, but by the truth you choose to believe. And when you return to that truth, your thoughts begin to shift, your mindset begins to renew, and your strength begins to rise again. This is not about perfection. It is about consistency. It is about showing up each day and choosing to renew your mind, even if it is just for a moment. Because even a small moment of renewal can have a powerful impact. It can shift your perspective. It can calm your spirit. It can strengthen your focus. And over time, those moments add up. They create a mindset that is resilient, grounded, and focused on growth. So commit to renewing your thoughts daily. Do not allow your mind to drift without direction. Take control of your thinking, guide your thoughts with intention, and let your spiritual practice be the foundation that keeps your mind clear, strong, and aligned with purpose. Because when your thoughts are renewed, your life begins to transform in ways that reflect strength, clarity, and a deeper sense of peace. Every morning you wake up with a choice that most people overlook, a choice that quietly decides the direction of your entire day before the noise begins, before the demands of the world take hold, before distractions pull you in 1,000 directions. You are given a moment, a sacred moment, to set the tone of who you are going to be. Morning devotion is not just a habit, it is a discipline. It is a practice that shapes your attitude, and in turn, shapes your actions. Because how you begin your morning determines how you approach everything that follows. When you start your day in devotion, you are grounding yourself in something deeper than circumstance, something stronger than emotion, something more stable than the shifting conditions of life. You are choosing to center your mind, to calm your spirit, to align your thoughts with truth. And when your mind is aligned, your attitude begins to shift. Instead of reacting to life, you begin to respond with intention. Instead of carrying stress into your day, you carry clarity. Instead of allowing negativity to influence you, you allow purpose to guide you. That shift in attitude is powerful because attitude is the lens through which you see everything. It determines how you interpret challenges, how you handle pressure, how you engage with people, and how you carry yourself through the day. And when your attitude is shaped by morning devotion, it becomes more grounded, more patient, more focused. You begin to see things differently. Situations that once frustrated you no longer have the same power over you. Challenges that once discouraged you now become opportunities to grow, because your perspective has been shaped by something greater than your immediate circumstances. Morning devotion also strengthens your actions, because when your attitude is right, your actions follow. You begin to act with intention, to speak with purpose, to move with clarity. You are no longer just going through the motions. You are living with awareness, with focus, with direction, and that changes the quality of everything you do. Your work becomes more meaningful. Your interactions become more thoughtful. Your decisions become more deliberate, because you are no longer operating from a place of chaos. You are operating from a place of chaos. You are operating from a place of alignment. Morning devotion creates that alignment. It aligns your thoughts with your values. It aligns your attitude with your purpose. It aligns your actions with your intentions. And when all three are aligned, your life begins to move in a more powerful direction. You become more disciplined. You become more consistent. You become more aware of how you show up in the world. And that awareness is what leads to transformation. Because once you become aware, You begin to take responsibility for your attitude, for your actions, for your minds.